In this video, we will delve a little deeper into Psalm 64. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of God. For they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. But what would the Lord like to teach us? Psalm 64 is a prayer for protection and justice. David describes the schemes of the wicked, but confidently declares that God will ultimately judge them and vindicate the righteous. This psalm reminds us that even when people plot against us, God is our defender, and he will turn evil plans back on those who devise them. Hear me, my God, as I voice my complaint. Protect my life from the threat of the enemy. Hide me from the conspiracy of the wicked, from the plots of evildoers. David calls out to God in distress, seeking protection from those who conspire against him. The phrase, hide me, suggests a deep trust in God's ability to shield and shelter his people from harm. They sharpen their tongues like swords, and aim cruel words like deadly arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent. They shoot suddenly, without fear. They encourage each other in evil plans. They talk about hiding their snares. They say, who will see it? They plot injustice and say, we have devised a perfect plan. Surely the human mind and heart are cunning. David describes how the wicked use words as weapons. Their lies, slander, and deceit are as dangerous as swords and arrows. They act in secrecy, thinking no one will catch them. They deceive themselves into believing their schemes are foolproof and hidden from both men and God. The final line highlights human arrogance, and cunning people think they can outsmart justice, but God sees everything. But God will shoot them with his arrows. They will suddenly be struck down. He will turn their own tongues against them and bring them to ruin. All who see them will shake their heads in scorn. All people will fear. They will proclaim the works of God and ponder what he has done. In a powerful reversal of events, God himself becomes the archer, striking down the wicked, just as they tried to harm the innocent. Their own words meant to destroy others will turn against them, leading to their downfall. When people witness God's justice, they will stand in awe and reverence, realizing that God always defends the righteous. The righteous will rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. All the upright in heart will glory in him. Unlike the wicked, the righteous find joy and security in God. Their trust in him is not in vain. They will see his justice and experience his protection and blessings. Psalm 64 reminds us that God sees all injustice and will ultimately bring the wicked to ruin. No matter how cunning or secretive evil people may be, God will turn their own words and actions against them. Meanwhile, those who trust in him will rejoice and find true security in his presence. If you liked this brief interpretation, consider subscribing and sharing this knowledge so that we can continue to sow the word of God throughout the earth. Thanks. God bless you. Grace and peace.